Imagine a landscape so dry and barren that at first glance, life seems impossible. Under a scorching sun and against a backdrop of seemingly lifeless sand, an entire world thrives in silent resilience. We open our journey with sweeping vistas of endless dunes and rugged outcrops bathed in a golden, almost surreal light. The horizon shimmers with heat, creating illusions that both deceive and mesmerize, stirring an inner curiosity about the secrets hidden within this hostile planet. At the outset, the desert appears as a monument to emptiness, a place where every sound is subdued and every movement stretched over time. Yet beneath this facade lies a complex, dynamic ecosystem that weaves life from the threads of survival, adaptation, and endurance. Every grain of sand, every whisper of the wind speaks of generations of resilience. This is not a lifeless wasteland. It is a stage upon which nature has crafted one of its most subtle yet profound dramas. Here, even the silence has a language, one that tells stories of an existence that has mastered the art of thriving in the unforgiving. Our voyage begins with the illusion of emptiness itself, as vast, undulating landscapes stretch before us. The desert's majesty is not diminished by its apparent barrenness, but is amplified by the stark contrasts that define its every contour. Long, languid shots capture the immense scale of this ecosystem, sweeping over dunes that shift with the wind, presenting ever-changing patterns and textures. In this realm of extremes, where the horizon blurs into an ocean of sand, we are immediately drawn into a world that challenges our deepest preconceptions. It is here that we uncover the hidden wealth of nature's ingenuity. Amid this deceptive calm, the first whispers of life emerge. We turn our focus to the architects of survival, the flora that forms the foundation of the desert. In a landscape where water is not a given but a rare treasure, every plant is an innovator, a survivor born of relentless necessity. Observe the stoic cacti, their thick, water-filled tissues standing as bulwarks against the desert's unyielding heat. These living monuments store precious moisture deep within their fibrous cores, a strategy perfected over countless seasons of drought. Not far away, clusters of agave and yucca reveal their secret. Leaves reduced to slender, needle-like structures that minimize water loss, each spiny edge a testament to nature's resolve. Consider the mesquite tree, its roots plunging into the earth with a determination that seems almost defiant. These roots, extending more than 50 meters deep, search for the life-sustaining moisture concealed beneath layers of rock and sand. The tree's bark, rough yet elegant, harbors the stories of survival, a living archive of nature's ongoing battle against the elements. As we examine these green architects, we see that every adaptation, every minute adjustment, is a stroke in nature's grand portrait of persistence. Here, survival is not accidental. It is an art form cultivated over millennia, where every thorn and every droplet of stored water counts in the ledger of life. Expanding our view, we now witness the intricate dance of the hunt for water, a pursuit as ancient as the stars. This segment of the journey reveals the animal inhabitants of the desert, each a marvel of adaptation, each with their own story of endurance. As the blistering heat of the day pushes many creatures into hiding, stealthy figures emerge with a purposeful grace. Picture a pack of wild dogs, their movements measured and deliberate, as they navigate the rugged terrain in search of a life-giving pool. Their eyes, reflecting the harsh reality of their environment, are lit by an internal fire born of necessity and resolve. In the parched mosaic of cracked earth, every creature is attuned to the scarcity of water. Consider the kangaroo rat, an enigmatic inhabitant of this sun-baked world. This small, unassuming animal serves as a reminder that survival is not about grandeur. It is about the subtle interplay of minute, decisive moments in which nature preserves life against overwhelming odds. Nearby, a solitary lizard darts with quiet urgency, each flick of its tongue a silent testament to its ancient lineage. As we journey further, the desert unveils one of its grandest transformations, the dramatic interplay of day and night. Under the searing glare of the midday sun, the desert explodes with a brutal, almost otherworldly intensity. The land is an open arena where light battles shadow, where every surface becomes a canvas painted with intense hues of orange and red. The daytime desert is unforgiving, a realm where the sun's relentless beam harshly defines every form and texture. Yet within this crucible of heat, life must persist. Even here, hidden beneath the visible struggle, the promise of night looms, a promise of reprieve and renewal. As dusk approaches, a subtle metamorphosis begins. The oppressive heat slowly recedes, and the desert enters a twilight of wonder. Shadows grow long, and the once searing landscape softens into a cooling balm. With the retreat of daylight, the realm of night takes command, inviting creatures known only to the dark to emerge. In this twilight hour, the desert transforms into a sanctuary of mystery and resilience. Scorpions, clad in silent armor, traverse the cooled sands with deliberate precision, their movements graceful yet laden with purpose. Owls, with wings outstretched and eyes reflecting the galaxies above, glide silently among the dunes. The nocturnal symphony of life begins, delicate and profound, where each sound and movement celebrates the overcoming of the day's relentless trials. In this phase, contrasts are not merely observed, they are experienced. The temperature plummets, and the desert, once an inferno of heat, becomes a cool, tranquil haven. Even the winds seem to change character, carrying with them whispers of forgotten tales and subtle promises of renewal. The cycle of day and night here is a manifestation of the desert's dual nature, a place where extremes do not simply coexist, but swirl together in a dynamic interplay that nurtures life. These moments of twilight, as vivid as they are brief, underscore a truth at the heart of the desert. Its beauty lies in its capacity for transformation. Then, as if on cue, nature reveals one of its most awe-inspiring spectacles, the rare, transformative rains. Dark clouds gather on the horizon, heavy and pregnant with the promise of change. In an instant, the arid silence is punctuated by the rhythmic percussion of raindrops. The parched earth, long accustomed to the unyielding drought, drinks deeply from the heavens. In this ephemeral moment, the landscape undergoes an almost miraculous metamorphosis. What was once a monotone expanse of brown becomes a riot of color and texture. The sudden downpour breathes new life into every corner of the desert. Seeds, dormant for seasons, awaken with a burst of vibrant energy, sending out delicate shoots in a silent race against time. Wildflowers, with colors that defy the bleakness of their setting, bloom with unrestrained exuberance, each petal a bold declaration of survival. The painted earth transforms as if touched by magic, a living kaleidoscope that celebrates the intricate balance between drought and deluge. This transient transformation is not merely beautiful, it is a powerful reminder that even the harshest environments can yield moments of breathtaking resilience. In the wake of the storm, as droplets evaporate and the vibrant hues gradually recede, the desert reclaims its calm. Yet the memory of the rain lingers, imprinted upon the landscape as a sign of nature's indomitable spirit. The ephemeral flourish of life, captured in the short span of a storm, leaves an everlasting mark, a reminder that life's beauty, though fleeting, is a force to be reckoned with. The cycle of devastation and rebirth is etched into every rock and every root, a testament to the timeless dance between adversity and hope. Throughout this odyssey, however, a deeper undercurrent of tension persists, a reminder of how fragile this balance truly is. The human footprint, ever expanding, casts a long shadow over even these ancient lands. Modern development, driven by both need and ambition, encroaches upon the delicate rhythms of the desert. Urban sprawl, agriculture, and resource extraction, all in the name of progress, disrupt the fragile equilibrium that has been maintained by nature for millennia. The scars of human activity are etched into the very fabric of the desert. Roads carve through the landscape like scars, fragmenting ecosystems that have evolved in isolation. Overgrazing by livestock accelerates soil erosion, washing away layers of history and life. The relentless path of industrialization, often pursued without heed to ecological sensitivity, threatens to silence the ancient stories told by the dunes and the resilient life within them. Here, amidst the splendor and stark beauty, we are forced to confront the reality that the survival of these ecosystems is more tenuous than ever before. Yet within this challenge lies a glimmer of hope, a call to action that resonates as deeply as the earthy pulse of the desert itself. Conservation efforts and sustainable practices emerge as beacons guiding us back toward a more harmonious coexistence with nature. Scientists and environmentalists champion methods that seek not to exploit, but to preserve the intricate tapestry of life that makes the desert a living museum of resilience. These initiatives remind us that human innovation can indeed harmonize with the natural world. In the silent spaces between human ambition and the persistent voice of nature, there lies a pathway to meaningful change. In listening to the desert's ancient song, we find lessons that resonate with our own collective existence. The saga of the desert is, at its heart, the saga of life itself, a journey of struggle, adaptation, and rebirth. Every creature, every plant, every fleeting rainstorm is a note in its expansive symphony, a reminder that life, no matter how fragile, is always worth preserving. As our journey nears its conclusion, we are called to reflect deeply on the invaluable lessons of this ancient land. The desert, with its haunting beauty and relentless challenges, is not merely a destination on a map, but a living narrative of resilience and transformation. Its secrets, once hidden behind an aura of desolation, have been laid bare before us, inviting us to reconsider our relationship with nature and our role in its unfolding story. In a world often preoccupied with the relentless march of progress, the desert stands as a quiet guardian of history and hope, a place where the natural world continues to defy expectations. Each moment spent in its presence is an invitation to recognize the immense value of conservation, to appreciate the delicate balance between survival and decay, and to realize that the seemingly barren holds within it the potential for extraordinary rebirth. Now, as the final light of day fades and the stars reappear in a silent, endless sky, the message becomes unmistakable. Even in the harshest, seemingly inhospitable places, life finds a way to flourish. The desert, with its complex layers of adaptation, struggle, and ultimately rebirth, calls on us to take action. Its ancient rhythms remind us that our actions today will echo through the natural world for generations to come. Embrace the desert's quiet resilience and join the movement to protect these fragile ecosystems. Let the legacy of this living masterpiece inspire us all to be stewards of the natural world, ensuring that the remarkable story of survival continues long into the future.